This is my exact location page strategy that I use for all of my service-based business clients. And today I'm going to walk you through it on a real client, showing you how to build these pages from scratch so you actually rank and bring in traffic and leads to your business. Let's get into it. So this is my client, Southampton Electrical. In the Google Maps, you can see that they're located in the Moreton Bay region to the north of Brisbane. You can see on the homepage that we are targeting the keyword electrician Brisbane north side. But during the keyword research phase for this client, I identified something really important. There's actually significant search volume for keywords such as electrician and then suburb. So all of these suburbs around where they are located, such as Deception Bay, North Lakes, Mango Hill, Kippering, Newport, etc., all actually have significant search volume and are worthwhile targeting on their own individual page. So rather than relying on the homepage to net all of the traffic in the sort of greater North Brisbane area, we can go out there and create suburb pages for all of these individual suburbs, getting really in depth, targeting those keywords and showing up in the rankings for them. So I'll also just show you what it looks like in the search results. So if I go to an incognito tab and I go electrician North Lakes, the first thing that shows up here is the Google Ads, which we are also running for the client, so we can appear here. The next thing is the Google Map Pack. So having these individual suburb pages will actually help you feature in this map pack or more highly towards the top in this map pack. And then you also have these standard SERP results. These guys are ranking for their homepage. This is a directory, but right here is actually a location page. Same with this one, and same with this one, same with this one. So these guys are all deploying the same location page strategy, and this is how they're showing up on the first page. So let's click through to these guys. You can see this is a URL targeting just North Lakes, and they add all of the keywords in here, talk about their services, etc. And that is how they're able to rank on this page. Now, before you go out and build any of these location pages, it is crucial that you do your keyword research first. This is really important because if there's no search volume for the suburbs that you're targeting, it's just a waste of time going out there and building these pages because there's just no traffic that you can net with these rankings. But what we typically find is with the more in-demand trades, such as plumbers or electricians, there's typically a lot of search volume for suburbs, especially in and around sort of cities in Australia, which are definitely worth targeting. So here is my keyword research document, and these are all of the suburbs that I've identified around the client within a reasonable distance of their business location. And over here is the search volume from Ahrefs, and this is the monthly search volume. So you can see across all of these different suburbs, if you add it up, the sum is almost 3,300. So that is quite significant. If we can go start ranking for a lot of these keywords, it just means a lot more people are going to be finding our website and potentially reaching out for a quote. So today we're going to be going and building one of these location pages. The one I've chosen is Electrician North Lakes, right across from their business location, and it is a super valuable suburb or keyword to target because it's got a really strong mix of residential and commercial search volume. So if we're able to rank for this, we will be able to bring in a lot more traffic to the site. I've created a location page template, and what it is essentially just a duplication of the homepage. And what I'm going to do is just swap out a lot of the content, services, and things like that, and just make it all relevant to the North Lakes keyword that we are targeting. Before I start the build of that page, I'm just going to show you what it looks like in Ahrefs. So you go to the Keyword Explorer, Electrician North Lakes. We can see all of the search volume. So the main keyword we're after is electrician North Lakes. We can see that that has 300 search volume per month. We don't want to worry about the auto electrician terms as they're not relevant, but you can also see there is search volume of 70 per month for the commercial electrician North Lakes. So what we want to do is try and incorporate as many of these keywords throughout the content in the page as possible so that we can rank for as many terms as we can. And since my client actually does commercial electrical services, this is going to be a perfect to target, and we're going to make it one of the sections on this page. So this is the content that I've already pre-written for this location page. If you want me to film a video on exactly how I write this content, leave a comment and I'll create one. As you can see here, we have included the meta title, going after the keywords we want, meta description, and then we also have all of the different sections which will sit on this page. All right, so what I'm going to do now is make another duplicate of the template that we already have so that we don't use this one. So what I'm going to do is just rename this one, Electrician North Lakes, and we'll update that. Now we go into edit. And from this page, what we have to do is add the meta title. So if we scroll down to Yoast, this is where you insert it. So it's the title here. Paste that in. We have the URL slug. And lastly, we just need the meta description. Paste that in there. We'll save that as a draft. And once that's saved, we will then edit this with Elementor, which is the page builder that we're using. I'm now going to go just add all the content to this page. So I might just speed through this section. All right, so all of the content is now being uploaded to this page, and you can see that it is now published with the URL slug electrician North Lakes. Now, if we take a look at our SEO tool called Detailed SEO, you can see that we have our meta title that we added earlier and the meta description. And if you look under the headings tab, you can see that our H1 is electrician North Lakes, which is perfect. That is the number one keyword we wanted to target as it had the highest search volume. And then all the other headings under that are H2s and H3. So this is a good structure. But what we can see is that we have sprinkled the keywords throughout the headings as well as the content. So you can see we snuck in the North Lakes here. Instead of just electrical services, we've added electrical services North Lakes, trusted North Lakes electrician. There's another keyword. We've even added it in the little service tile, so split system SR air conditioning in North Lakes. Only adding it in where it actually makes sense, not trying to overly force it and make it sort of stand out or look funny. Down the page, we have a section here, again, just adding another keyword, talking about the business and the services they offer. Why choose us? Just a few unique selling points, a bit of social proof. Here, we added that commercial electrician section. So we've just targeted that key to H2, talked a little bit more about the commercial work they offer, and then added a relevant commercial service job that they've completed. And then down the bottom is the last section, which is just the call to action, where we've actually gone and added a contact form so they don't have to go off this page to the contact page. They can just fill in their details right away and get a quote. Again, added in North Lakes. And then here we've actually added a map which shows off the North Lakes suburb. Again, just giving more relevance to Google that this is the suburb that we're targeting and this is the area that we are sort of servicing. Okay, so now that the page is live, there are a few things that you want to do. First, always is submitting it for indexing in Google Search Console. If it can't be found by Google, it can't be crawled and indexed, which means we can't rank in the search results. So first thing you want to do is just force index that. And then other things we can do include internal linking. So we might want to add, when we have a few more of these pages, a section on the homepage sort of talking about the suburbs that we service, and then we can have links from the homepage to the individual pages. We can also do that on the About page, and we can also have a hub page that features all the different locations as well. And then outside of that, we can also link to it from relevant blog articles, only if it makes sense. If you're talking about a specific service in a certain area, you can then link out to that individual location page as well. This all just helps strengthen the page in Google's eyes. It makes it more crawlable and easy to find and will assist with your rankings. On top of that, we can also do things like backlinking. So a lot of the backlinks I will do for this website will typically be for the homepage or individual service pages if they are high priority. But since North Lakes is a really high priority area close to their business location, and it's where they would want to get a lot more work, whether that's residential or commercial, I might actually start building to that individual North Lakes page to assist with those rankings. From here, it's just rinse and repeat. We want to go and create a page for all of the relevant suburbs, making sure that we do the keyword research, that we're talking about specific services that may have search volume. And then also when we're writing the content, just making sure that we are changing it all so that we don't just have duplicate content across the site, because once Google starts noticing that, they will just start ignoring all of those pages because they just see it as It's basically one page, and they'll just ignore it, and it will just be really hard to rank those pages, and you will get no value from them. So there you go. That is my exact location page strategy that I use for all of my service-based business clients. This is how I get them ranking, getting more traffic on the site, and ultimately driving more leads for their business. Now, if you're an electrician and you want us to handle all of your digital marketing, I'll leave a link below the video. I run an agency called Sparky Digital where we help electricians from all across Australia with their digital marketing and growing their business. So if that's of interest to you, fill out the form and I will send you through a free growth plan that is tailored specifically for your business. Cheers.